Hello, it is Monday afternoon and I am very proud of myself for actually starting one of these weeks in the life on a Monday. My name's Katrina, I'm a graphic designer and I also have an Etsy shop where I sell cards, stickers, that type of thing. I'm gonna just be filming my week this week. I'm gonna be working on a video for a client I have. It's almost done and the due date is tomorrow, so I want to get that done first thing and then I can focus on some other stuff. So that's the plan for the week. We're gonna get started and I'm feeling pretty motivated this Monday, which is not the usual for me, so let's go do some work, I guess. It's a couple hours later and I finished doing most of the edit for the video. I just need to come back and export it. Right now I'm just packing up some Etsy orders. 2 Christmas cards already, so I need to get on my Christmas prep. But I'm just gonna finish these up and then head out to the mailbox, and I also need to stop at Pure later because I have some returns that I've been putting off doing and I need to get them done today and get them out of my house. So that's the plan for the next however long that takes. Sorry, the light isn't great here, but if I turn on the light, it's extra shadowy and crazy, so it's gonna be a bit dim. But I went and did my errands and then came back and did a bunch of work, and then I meant to take a little nap and I slept for an hour, which might be a big mistake later on, but I woke up early because I had a phone call with someone about a freelance job. I woke up a lot earlier than I usually do, and that's extra hard on a Monday. So we're just gonna make some dinner and then what am I gonna do? And then I have some drawings that I'm digitalizing in Illustrator, so I'm probably gonna work on that for the evening. It is Tuesday afternoon and I've just gotten ready after no, that's not the right order. What did I do today? Okay, we're gonna try this again. It's Tuesday morning and it's not Tuesday morning, it's Tuesday afternoon and I'm having a lot of trouble remembering what I did this morning. So I basically woke up and I took Hank for, oh my god. I woke up a bit late, so I took Hank out for a walk pretty early. And then I came back and I worked on some drawings. I basically have a bunch of drawings that I've done by hand and I take them and trace them into Illustrator so they're digital, so I can use those for my cards and that type of thing. I'm working on some cards as well as some pins, and basically I want a bunch of characters made so I can use them for a bunch of things. So I did that. I'm not finished. I need to continue working on it. And I also had a bunch of markets that I needed to pay the invoices for, and then I was getting stressed about them, so I went through my calendar and basically wrote down where I need to be, when I need to be, and what time I need to be there for all the markets for November and December, and I have a total of 8 markets, so I'm going to be very busy. So that's why I'm really rushing to do all the Etsy stuff this week. Today I am going to finish up some of the drawings and then I'm going to go and download. I think I'm going to take a walk and come back and clear my mind and then decide what I need to do. I know I'm going to go for a walk, and then I think when I come back I'm going to work on the notepads that I basically have the cutter out for and film a reel to go along with that, and then work on continuing to illustrate some drawings. I think I've made up my mind, but we're having a lot of trouble today. Did you have to have 2 baths in 2 days because you rolled in a bunch of mud and dirt? Yeah? Okay, I'm back again. That didn't really work out the way I thought it was going to. I thought I was just gonna go for a walk, but then it was really smoky, so I was like, we'll just stop by the dog park. There's usually quite a few dogs there at that time. And there were, but Hank immediately stole this other dog's frisbee. And it's really dry and dusty, but he slobbered all over the frisbee, covered in dirt, and then he does this thing where he kills it So he was just covered in mud, and I gave him a bath yesterday. Came back, gave him a bath, washed my hands, and now I'm gonna get back to work. But yeah, that was it. A successful walk, and I didn't really have time to think about what I was planning to do tonight. But I'm thinking I am gonna work on the illustrations, as well as, you know, like I had the thing set up where you link your Etsy shop to your Instagram, and then they kept emailing me being like, you're gonna lose it, we've changed things, and I didn't have time to go in and change it at that point. So I think I'm gonna go do that now, because that's not gonna take as long as SEOs. If there's disgusting mouth noises, it's Hank underneath me. So I just finished setting up that Instagram shop, and it literally took no time at all, so I'm feeling pretty dumb for putting it off for like 4 months. But it took me 20 minutes, half an hour total, and that included adding in like 8 products and pictures and all that. So yeah, don't put things off. Don't be like me. Done that, and I'm just waiting on approval. I've submitted it, and I guess they check it over and tell me if it's good to go live or not. It's literally set up now. It took no time at all.
Extortion, forced labor, money laundering, and wire fraud.
As soon as I get the camera out, I hear a little little footsteps over to me. Good morning, good afternoon, it's Wednesday. So it's Wednesday today, and I've just been basically on my computer this morning sending in the last of those web graphics. I emailed someone about a market I'm doing in November because I tried to pay for a second market that I was supposed to do, and she was like, oh, that's not happening anymore. So this time I was like, oh, I'm just gonna email her and double check that the market is still happening. And then she emailed me back and was like, oh, that market's full, but she sent me an acceptance letter 2 months ago. So I emailed her back and was like, I was accepted to this months ago, and I just wanted to submit my payment that's due a month before, and she hasn't replied. So I'm really nervous that I'm not in that market and something happened. So I need to go. There's another market that I wanted to that weekend. Hopefully they're still accepting people. But she hasn't replied to me, so I don't want to like apply to another market and have to pull out of that. I need to live in the present and not get ahead of myself there. But yeah, that was frustrating. And yeah, I just finished up some graphics. I did a bit of work continuing on my illustrations that I was working on yesterday. Right now we're gonna take this guy to PetSmart to get his little nails did, and he's out of food. So that's the plan. It's a nice day. Probably go walk around on the seawall a bit as well after he gets his little potty care, huh? So sad, I just scratched my computer. I had the camera balanced on the couch and I forgot about it and got up to get something, and I sat down and I knocked it off, and now Okay, so it's much later and I've just gotten changed because I'm about to actually go to the gym today. I also need to stop at Best Buy and get an external hard drive because my computer is pretty much full, which is insane because it's a terabyte and it's just all my video and animation projects. So I want to get, like, I have a hard drive for backup, but I want to get a hard drive to like work off of for that type of project. And I'm going to come back and continue to work on the illustrations. I was thinking this was going to be a very Etsy focused week, but a few things have come up, so I'm thinking I might just save that to all do in a few days next week because that might make more sense. We'll see where the rest of the week takes us. I'm usually so good with my electronics, like I don't break anything, and this is happening to my phone now. It was like flickering and kind of doing this dark corner. So I took off my screensaver or screen protector thinking it maybe would help it, but now it's just worse. So there's like a black corner of my screen and I don't know why. I didn't even drop it. Hello, it's Thursday. I'm sorry I haven't been filming much the last couple days. I've kind of just been getting really into what I'm doing and I've been doing a lot of computer work, which isn't that interesting. It was supposed to be like a really heavily focused Etsy week, but I've gotten a lot more client work than I expected, and that obviously takes the #1 spot, as well as I have a lot of illustration to do on my computer, which isn't that interesting to watch. Like, I'll show a bit, but like to show everything I've been doing this week is not that interesting. So I'm thinking I'm just going to push all the Etsy stuff to next week and kind of get it all done then and really just focus on illustration this week because I need the illustrations done to do the rest of the work. That's going to be tomorrow, but today I'm going to be working on also an illustration project, but this is for a client. I'm making them a holiday card, so I'm going to send out a couple options today. I've already started it, so I just need to kind of narrow it down and get my drafts to something presentable. So I'm going to send that out, and then I had that phone call Monday about a freelance job, and I'm just going to send them a trial project for tomorrow. So today I'm going to work on that. The card needs to be in by 5 p.m. and then after 5 p.m. I'll work on that. That's the plan for today. Not so much Etsy as I wanted it to be. I'll do it next week. Like I said, I need to get the illustrations done to do the rest of the work. And client work comes first because there's hard deadlines and people relying on me for that. And Etsy, like my loose deadline is November 1st for myself, so I still have time to catch up. That's the plan. I'm gonna get started and take that little guy for a walk. Just been sitting on my couch working for the last few hours. I finished the drafts for the Christmas cards and sent them, so I'm going to get some changes back, I know, eventually. And I also have some changes to work on for the website graphics, so I'm going to get all that out of the way. Right now I'm making some soup, so hopefully it'll be done by the time that is done. And I need to grocery shop at some point today, so that's the plan for the rest of the day. Not a very exciting day. He doesn't know he's staying home yet. Huh? Phone update. I am back and my phone is completely dead. It's like the screen is crazy and I didn't even drop it. I don't know what's wrong. It's very frustrating because I've honestly my hair, I'm sorry. I've honestly like not dropped it at all, which is rare for the last couple days, so I don't know what's wrong with it. I have a good case and it's just not working. Anyways, that's frustrating. I'm gonna work on that freelance project I have now, the trial project. They told me it should take about 3 hours to do. It is a paid project, which is really nice. Like, it's an art company, so I guess like not paying for someone's work for arts is kind of frowned upon, but like, why don't more places do this? You spend so long doing a trial project for a job and then it's nothing, you're doing free work. So I'm quite happy about that. And I've already read over the project yesterday, and I have all the ideas in here. I just need to put them out. I emailed them earlier to clarify something. I basically know exactly what I'm doing. I just have to sit down and actually do it. This isn't due until 5 or 6 tomorrow. I can't remember time, but I'm planning to get it all done today and then just like look over it tomorrow and send it out, ideally in like the afternoon. You want to go for a walk, Hank? Is that a yes? Hello, it's Friday afternoon. My phone is still very broken. So on the to-do list for today is to take my phone in and hopefully they can save it. I've just finished up sending in that project I was working on for the possible new freelance client. It was just a trial project. I'll kind of show you what it was in a second. It's basically just building a mood board, but then it's for like an art company, and they asked me to create 2 art pieces, which I found was very weird because like, why is a designer doing it if you're an art company? So I don't know if that's just to see like your style, or I don't know what it is, but they said it was similar to what the work you would be doing. So I'm like, are you really paying a designer to do art for, yeah, I don't know. I just did like a Photoshop thing. I'll show what I did after. But the plans for today are, I have another quick job to finish off, and then I'm gonna do some Etsy orders, take those to mail in, try to find my iPhone 8 and bring this guy in to get repaired. And yeah, and then I have a gym thing at 6:30, so that's a big plan for the day. After that, my phone is making, it never makes noise. Big plan for the day. I'm just gonna get started and do some changes and then get started on another set of the web graphics I have to do. I was thinking I would leave these till the weekend and today work on the illustrations, but it makes more sense to do illustrations tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't really have much planned. I am helping a friend out with an art show. Neither of us have any idea what we're doing. This is it's her art show though, so I'm just going to help. She says she has a plan in InDesign and just needs a second set of hands. Excited to do that, excited to see her because she doesn't live in town. Then we're gonna go for lunch, and then I'll probably come back and just work on editing and that type of thing. Don't really have much planned for the weekend, which is nice because next weekend is Halloween and I have a couple things planned then, and I've just had too many plans lately, so I need a second to like sit and do nothing and I guess work. So this was the project that I worked on. Basically they gave me a client mood board. It was supposed to be for choosing art for a hotel. So they gave me a paragraph and a picture of the hotel plus a mood board. I had to make a mood board for the art, which was kind of hard to do because you can only choose art kind of thing, and you're like, what do you define as art? So they wanted some like natural things, repetition. These are some of the keywords. The second part of it was keywords included. And then they wanted, this is the part I found a bit weird, is they wanted custom art pieces. And I asked her to clarify, and she's like, yeah, art you make, you can use Photoshop or whatever. Yeah, I don't do Photoshop artwork, so that's the first option. And this is my second option. I just overlaid a couple things of like the keywords, and kind of like, they wanted a combination of like past and present, and then I have a little process there. But yeah, that was kind of a different project and it was fun, but I'm kind of like not fully sure. It's not like my usual design things I do, so I'm not fully sure that's what they wanted, but we shall see. My printer ink that was supposed to arrive yesterday arrived a day late, which is exciting, so we're gonna give this a try later. It's not the real Canon kind, so hopefully it works. The reviews look good and it's a lot cheaper, so hopefully we can print out some good things with this. That was the dumbest thing I've ever said. Just laughing to myself, packing orders for a second to do some computer work, and I look down and I'm like, I'm literally working in a pile of trash. This is not used, it just came out of the box. And I tried to take another one out. Literally just stuff everywhere. I need to clean when I'm done this. This is how my day is going. I just spilled half a bag of blueberries on the floor. I'm back from the post office. I just dropped off a planner and a couple cards, and I also stopped at the phone place to see if they could do anything about my phone, and they can't. They told me I have to go to a certain phone place downtown, and yeah, I don't have time to do that today. Probably not even gonna do that on the weekend, just because that sounds like a nightmare, like going to a phone place on a weekend. So I'll just do it on Monday. It's fine. I probably need to spend less time on my phone. I don't really have any plans besides setting up that art thing tomorrow. So my friend's picking me up, and I won't be wandering around without a phone. And yeah, I can do it. I have an iPad. I'll be fine. I've done all my errands for the day. I'm just gonna start working on this new set of graphics for the website of a client. I finished up those ones that have been taking all week just now. It should have been such a short project, but don't think we're gonna have to do the whole colorblind thing again, just because that last one was for a certain person, and usually it's not a big concern. Sorry, colorblind people, but anyways, I'm gonna work on that for the next couple hours. I have to be somewhere by 6:30. I said I was going to stop procrastinating, but I made an iced coffee. Someone introduced me to the cold brew pumpkin cream things, and I'm cheap and I don't want to spend money on coffee, so I've been trying to make it at home with this, frothing whatever this is, and adding it to leftover coffee with ice. Tastes pretty good. Not the same, but pretty good. So, good morning. It's Saturday morning. It's actually morning this time, and I'm just finished getting ready, and I'm about to go help a friend from out of town set up. So I'm going to do that. I was thinking I would maybe film something, but my phone is still broken. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye-bye.